Last year, November 1st, I predicted a massive change in the financial, economic sector of the US and the world. Here's the video.
Just wanted to make a quick video about this month coming up and actually the next 2 years coming up, and how there's going to be some serious changes going on.
I do apologize in advance for the technological glitches in this video with the sound and the video not quite matching up in certain areas. This is just something that seems to plague my life, especially involving energy work, because when you do a lot of energy work, it seems to attract energies and that kind of just mess with your electronics, and so I've been dealing with that this week, so I apologize for that.
The world is no longer the way that it was before, and I think we're about to enter another cycle of something similar to that. Now, I ultimately think the next 2 years there's going to be massive changes, and in 2 years I think we'll be able to look back to now and see how we live in an entirely different culture with entirely different technology and possibly an entirely new monetary system. We may possibly not even use the US dollar anymore.
The following video was recorded December 4th last year. So I do get that there are massive changes coming to the US economy, like radical changes, devastating on some level for a lot of people. But some people who are not necessarily doing so good in the first place, a lot of people will actually benefit from it. So it's a lot of change, good and bad. Long term, I do see it being good. Like short term, I see it being more chaotic and not necessarily so great for everyone. But as a whole, I see it as being a positive change. Again, it is controlled on some level, being manipulated, but it's not necessarily so black and white, good or evil, you know, it's kind of a blend of all of the above. So I also get this sense that there's going to be like a new threat to the human psyche, or a new threat to humanity, or like kind of like coronavirus or whatever big thing out there. There's kind of like a new thing in the collective consciousness of humanity. While speaking of the economy of Sweden and Finland, it came up that the Ukraine war may create a long-lasting and delayed effect on the world economy, as stated in my psychic prediction from last year, December 22nd. In around 2 to 5 years, that would be approximately 2024, 2027, something around those years, somewhere around there, I see the economy kind of coming to a halt, but it's not a complete halt. It may be just a very temporary stop, because I do see it from there continuing, but like at a much slower pace, to the point where it's just barely getting by. I don't see this being a tragedy or anything. I see people having food. I see the economy working for the individuals, and it not really being too big of an issue. However, it could be more of an issue for large corporations or economic growth at large, and how this is going to be a change in, well, maybe an increase in trade through boats to Sweden,
maybe an increase, maybe just some change to it. I'm not sure which one. Probably both. Probably an increase and a change to the trade routes. And
I don't see this affecting every country the same way, though.
I do not see too much of any effect on the economy long term with the rest of the planet that may be going through some rough times in 3 to 5 years or so, and I do talk about that in my other videos. The Philippines seem to be floating right along.
It is possible that the destabilization of the geography around Ukraine could lead to issues in the future, as predicted in January this year before the Ukraine conflict broke out. This was a psychic prediction about Montenegro and the Balkans' geography.
After 20 years, there may be some sort of war that doesn't seem aimed at destroying their country in particular, but is more so using their country's land and resources to help further their conquering of countries to the north. This might not be a war with a country as much as just a terrorist movement. It doesn't seem to be too devastating and only touches to northern parts of the country. The bulk of the country seems to be perfectly fine and safe, but there will be some casualties to the north if this happens. This will be felt with great sorrow and heartfelt emotions by the people of the country who strive to take care of each other as brothers and sisters.
If you'd like to support my work, I would appreciate a thumbs up and a comment in the comments section. I will leave you with this.
The world will drastically change in the next 3 years. This is beyond the country. This is the whole world will change in the next 3 years. By 2025, we will be living in a whole new world, collectively, as the whole planet.
I will have links to the full version of all of the videos that I've clipped into this video. So be sure to check out the whole video if you want to see more about that. Thank you for watching and have a great day.